let the pre-stream run a little long just because we had to get the good vibes going. We had to experience some lemon jelly, some nice weather for ducks. But we're here now. Simo's already in the chat. Simo, you're so wonderful. We're doing great. So, today, you'll see what I have cooking up on the screen right now. I meant to hide that one. That one meant to be a secret. There we go. We're going to pretend like you didn't see it. We're going to make a little oven. I'm sort of feeling these bigger conceptual moving part pieces. I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident in the design process. So I think it's time we just sort of tackle some of the bigger obstacles in this game development. Joe's going to be lurking all day. You know, Joe likes that flavor. It's his favorite flavor. And honestly, Joe, you're great. You do you. Joe's the man. If you don't know Joe, go check out I'm a Cup of Joe. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on a little bit of music, and we're just going to jump into it. Let me lower the volume a little bit on here. There we go. Just to kind of put this energy out there, I have been looking at ways to stream. I want to be careful how I say this. I like the music that we listen to. I actually really like Harris Heller's music. I think Harris Heller's a really cool guy. I think everything about it's very nice. But I just kind of want to try and stream more music. Music's very important to me. If you saw what I was doing pre-stream, you would realize how crazy important music is to me. And so I just want to try and find a way to stream more music. So I got to look into like Twitch's terms of service and stuff like that. I know it's a little iffy right now. But I think, and this is a big think, I think I might be able to record separate audio channels and then remove the music from the final product? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'll really have to dig into it and see what other people are doing about it, because I want to listen to like more music on stream. Also, what the heck? What have I done wrong? What have I done wrong here? Oh, I see. I see what we've done wrong. I'm sure there's some staff members at Twitch who would be sweating if they heard me saying that, but hey, whatever. You'll live, folks. I'm already getting made fun of by Simo. That's par for the course. Okay, so I think we want to do it this way. Right? We want to say like 2.2. And we're going to do the same thing here. I understand what was going wrong. If I do this, and the bottom got screwed up. Yep, that's exactly what I thought would happen, so we got to fix that, actually. Hold on. Simo, how are you doing today? It's a new day. You were ready in chat by the time I even got here. Oh, also, Simo, as a side note, did you follow me on Instagram? Is that you? Because I thought the timing of that was impeccable, if that was you. That's you. You don't post any 3D modeling stuff on your Instagram? What the heck is that about? You're like just a good photographer as well? Like, what the heck, man? What can't you do? Yeah, I've been doing some job applications today and upcoming social media. Hell yeah. That's awesome, man. Good on you. Well, I hope everything goes well for you. You deserve only the greatest successes in the world. I mean, you're like a wealth of knowledge here. I can only imagine how you would be like in a workplace where, you know, there's like a financial like backing to what you're doing. I have separate accounts for 3D and photos meant to follow with the other account, but oh well, that's fine. I mean, if I'm saying it out loud, I'll take both the follows if you want, but of course nothing is ever expected. I would love to see your like 3D work though, genuinely. Like if you had to, if you were forced at gunpoint to like remove one of the accounts, I would much rather see your 3D stuff. Because I think that would be really interesting. I'm always interested in your work. Every time you post in the Discord, it's like, what the heck? It's always like the craziest thing you've ever seen. So yeah, I'd love to see more. That's my social media pitch for you. I have a feeling this is going to mess up my normals, but this is the best way I thought to do this. Probably post my art station on the Discord at some point. Yo, we would love to have that. I would love to follow up and see what you're doing on there. Also, I'm realizing we need to have a little bit of a base. You know what? A little block of wood there at the bottom I think is going to be better for us. So I'm going to put a little block of wood here. So check this out. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I've been too lazy with social media, to be honest. Hey, whatever, man. That's just kind of the name of the game, isn't it? Okay, what are we gonna do here? Yeah, we'll do it like this. For anybody who probably is yelling at me in the comments or whatever, this is the Animal Crossing brick oven. I'm aware. I'm not going to be following it piece by piece, but it's honestly the best reference image for an oven that I could find. I was looking for so many different ovens, and like ovens just don't exist. Like people don't take pictures of their ovens. So you kind of gotta work with what you got, man. You gotta work with companies that actually care about ovens. We're gonna call this bottom brick. I'm gonna call this base. And we're going to edit base real quick. I sort of like it being sunken like this because I imagine the chips will get everywhere, but maybe this is not a great idea. Let's get rid of bottom brick and let's just connect up some pieces real quick. Oh, I'm a little scatterbrained right now. I think I'm going to be scatterbrained for the next week or so, but something that I think is worth mentioning and worth showing is I did a bunch of work on the speaker last night after stream ended. I just kind of sat and chugged away on that speaker for a bit, and I think I made something really beautiful. Like, really, really beautiful, to be honest. So I'd love to share that. So I'll show that here in a little bit. We'll see, maybe near the end of stream I'll show it. Meantime, let's focus on the project at hand. So, we have an oven. We're going to be making an oven, of course. We're going to be doing all the standard oven things that oven people do, like ovening. But I plan on adding a little bit of quirks to this thing. I mean, it should be no surprise to anybody that I can't just let stuff be normal. But to that point, I can't let stuff be normal. So I'm gonna be funking this up just a little bit. We're gonna call you oven divider. There's going to be a couple of opportunities on this stream to suggest some ideas if you all have ideas, because I do have some really interesting stuff that I want to do to this, and some of them are interpretive. So if you all think of anything, feel free to suggest it. As always, I would prefer that you highlight or use the channel points option to vote for quick sketches. But, you know, I try not to be too serious with that sort of stuff. So if you decide that you just want to do it and who cares, I'm not going to fault you. I will silently judge you, but, you know, that's just life, man. Alright, so we have this part of the oven, the bottom of it. Let's go ahead and get rid of everything else. Let's just get rid of these two faces, and then I'll connect everything up at the bottom here. just doing our best to make sure everything looks alright, but we've messed up somewhere here. I don't know how we messed that up. Simo, what kind of job are you applying for? Is it going to be 3D modeling based, or is it more of a conventional job? There we go. Now we're here. VR stuff. Yo. Simo, what the heck? Okay, so what does that mean? When you say VR stuff, what should we expect from you? Okay, this looks pretty good, honestly. I might shrink that a little bit. There we go. VR is a strange industry. I keep, as somebody who wants to be a game developer, I can really regularly think about, like, am I going to have to do VR? I think the answer is probably yes, despite whatever sensibilities I have about it. So I think VR is sort of like an inevitable future for a lot of game companies and stuff like that. Well, VR is getting utilized in a lot of stuff. Yeah, so, I mean, I guess you're assuming, like, 3D modeling in VR, right? Or are you talking more on, like, the code front? Like, what aspect of VR would you be doing? Because I imagine 3D modeling for VR isn't that different. You just might need to make things a little bit more dimensionally. I did my bachelor's thesis on it, so I know something about the development. Okay. Wow. Simo is always here to impress us. Let it be known. Let it be known that Simo is always here to kind of show us more and more and more interesting stuff. Okay, so this is going to be our top brick. So Unity stuff, 3D, and user experience. Got it. That's crazy. It's hard to imagine you not being a 3D modeler. But I think any sort of games industry visual medium stuff would really suit you, no matter what it is. I mean, you have the vibe for it, honestly. And I can only imagine if you got a job in VR, like the wealth of knowledge that you'd be able to share with like the people around you. Like I said, I think you know, having a financial backing to all of the sort of like knowledge that you have would be wild. That would really be like so cool and so useful for you. So I hope it goes well. That's the dream, yeah. The dream is always to make money on the things you enjoy, right? That's like the challenging part. I've been thinking a lot about money lately because I have my own, you know, money issues. Everybody has some money issues now with COVID, but I've been having mine lately. And I've been thinking a lot about, like, making money and, like, where the next career path for me is and stuff like that. And the prospect of writing a book is the strangest financial decision that you could ever make. Because it's like, I could write a book and be a millionaire, or I could write a book and make $7. Who knows, right? That's very weird to think about. Alright, so we're going to grab both of these guys, and we're going to pop them up. Yeah, super risky, but hey, if it's what you love. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm writing a book no matter what. For me, this book that I'm writing is inevitability. You know, if I lived in like communist Russia and writing this book meant that I got sent to like a prison, maybe I'd consider it. Communist Russia. I don't mean anything against Russians. That's just the first thing that came to my mind. But if I lived in some place where it was like awful to write a book, I might reconsider it. But otherwise, there's literally no harm in writing a book for me. Why not? And honestly, the commentary for this stream has already come off its hinges. So, congrats on that. Okay, so I want to cut all of these faces. I think I could use a bridge, but I'm worried that the bridge is going to make an extra face on the inside, and I just don't want to deal with that. So instead, we're going to grab this and just do it manually. And we should be pretty close to doing this thing. Actually, hold on. Nope, I'm wrong. We goofed it. Let's wait on that real quick. Also, for the sake of everybody thinking what they're thinking, I'm not writing a book to make money. That is not the goal. That is not the idea. So, no worries there. I don't think I'm going to make a living off of writing a book. 'Twould be nice, though. Ooh, this is tough. I'm not sure what to do with this one. My side plan is also just get a stable job if I can't get one I like yet. Update my portfolio on the side. Yeah, for sure. I think at the end of the day, like, hobbies... Okay, I don't know how it works in Finland, but I'll say this for any American watching. You cannot be rich. Like, objectively, you cannot be rich unless you start your own business. And that can mean a lot of things, right? That can mean that you're within a business and you're, like, becoming irreplaceable, right? You become the CEO of a company or something. Or you have some sort of, like, freelancy position within a company. But, like, you can't make it unless you do it yourself. Like, and to that point, you don't have to be rich to be happy. So if people are looking at that from a depressed angle, chill. Money isn't everything. But nobody that is, like, well off had a job where they got promoted in Publix, or a grocery store, I should say, for anybody not in Florida. Like, nobody got a job at Publix and got promoted to general manager, and they're like, yeah, now I'm rich. That doesn't happen. Like, you might get enough money to be happy, and I'm not saying that people like that are not happy. That's awesome for those people. If that's how people feel, that's exceptional. That's so good for them. I'm very happy for those people. But you're not rich. You're definitely not rich. And that's important to keep in mind for people that have, like, very ambitious mindsets. Especially as economies are becoming more and more competitive. As the distance between like the rich and the poor grows bigger and bigger, it's important to know that you should probably be looking to start your own business if you don't know what's next. Anyway, I'm not the person that should really be giving this advice, but I felt the need to say that. So take it for what it is, I guess. If you feel like starting a business, though, hey, you should start a business. That's a huge move. Also, what the heck is happening? Hey, there we go. Look at that. So that's more along the lines of what we want, I think. I'm having trouble kind of imagining how this is going to work. I thought a lot about this sketch today, but I, for whatever reason, didn't think about the, like, realization of it. That might be it. Let's try this. So we're going to clamp overlap, and we're going to go, nope, that didn't work. How is that clamping overlap? There's no overlap. Turn off clamp overlap. Come on. I would be happy with the money an engineer. I would be happy with the money an engineer when they are starting their career here. Yeah. A very important statistic that I've heard several times is that the amount of money it requires to be well off, like the amount of money it requires to stop worrying about money, is in the United States at least is 75,000 per year. And like when you think about 75,000, I've never made 75,000 a year. I've never made that kind of money before. But when you think of like the money that quote unquote very rich people make, that's a drop in the ocean. So I think like it doesn't take much to be well off. But also 75,000 is a lot of money. 75,000 is, if you invest correctly, you can be a millionaire in 10 years. You're not going to be like a multi-millionaire, but you will be a millionaire if you're very frugal with your money. And to think that you could be a millionaire in 10 years for what is considered pretty average pay, that ain't nothing to scoff at. Okay, we have a self-advertisement in chat. I'm just going to kind of let that hover there for a little bit. I hope you feel proud of yourself. If that's a joke, you can go ahead and say it's a joke now. Otherwise, it's just going to look a little bad for you. Yeah, but you got to live with that money too. Yeah, but I mean, if you buy a house and maintain a house and just sort of keep your money to yourself, you don't lose money at a huge rate. Like I certainly don't lose money very fast. It takes a lot for me to like run dry on money. So I guess it just depends on the person. If you're materialistic, then yeah, you're not going to live off of that. But if you're not materialistic, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I always think like, you know, this is the ego thing, but just thinking realistically, I think, you know, if I became a CEO or if I own a company or whatever you want to call it, whatever the position ends up being, like how much would I pay myself? And I struggle with that because it's like I want to make enough to own a house. So I think I would pay myself whatever I have to like get a house, like a nice house. After that point, it's pretty hard to justify paying yourself too much. The exercise I always play in my head, and the one that gets me in trouble with like people who idolize rich people, is like, do CEOs do like thousands to millions of times the work as their employees? Because that's what their pay grade would suggest. And the answer is no. They don't work thousands of times harder. So then you're saying, okay, the income that they have is based on the risk of owning a business and the cost of ownership. And there's like, you know, obviously they get paid for taking the risk in the beginning. Okay, sure. But like still, is that worth millions of times more than another employee? I don't know. That's hard for me to really imagine. I could not imagine making it like millions and millions of times more than the next best employee. Maybe not millions, but even thousands. Even if the person below me makes like 100 times less than me, that's weird. That's very like, I don't know. I'm surprised that's like a thing here. Because you have to go to work with that person. That person, like, you have to say hi to them, and you have to like you have to go to the vending machine with them and go to the water cooler and say hello. And like, could you imagine like, hey, I make infinitely more money than you and it's my choice that I do so? How's your family doing? I could never imagine that. That's so weird to me. But I guess I'm not a CEO, so what would I know, right? Anyway, this has been my opinion today. I guess I just feeling very anti-capitalistic for whatever reason. I am not anti-capitalistic for anybody that wants to try and quote that. I actually think capitalism is the best current system that we have for politics. Been there lately too. Simo, out here to rescue me from my own ramblings. Thank you, Simo. Very appreciated. Yeah, it's tough. We live in a tough world. It's the best world that we have to date, I think. I'd rather live in this time than the medieval times or anything like that. But doesn't mean it's not tough. Tell you what, I'm going to leave the back flat like this. You're never going to get around to the back of this thing. This thing's going to be pressed up against a wall. So I'm not that worried about it. I don't love the shape exactly. I'm thinking I should have done the shape differently. And in fact, I know how to do the shape differently, so I'm going to do it right now. My bad. Apologies, folks. I'm going to leave this right here, and we're going to make another one. And you bet it's going to be a cylinder. 32 might be overkill, although it is kind of a showpiece. I'll do 36. Ever heard of Moomins? Yeah, I love the Moomin. Now, you've timed this very interestingly, because you're on my Instagram now. You've seen me, if you've checked my Instagram, not that you went through my Instagram, but in case you did, I dressed up as I dressed up as Snufkin for Halloween this year, or I guess the year that just passed. Yeah, it's on my Instagram. Go check it out. Yeah, I dressed up as Snufkin, and my partner dressed up as Little Mai with a knife. I love Moomin. Moomin is lovely. What a beautiful show. You're currently modeling Snufkin. That's precious. Can you, do you have a work in progress that you're willing to show us? I would love to show stream that. That sounds so cute and affectionate. Also, I think I messed this guy up. Hold on. There we go. We're going to do it like that. And I'm going to go ahead and grab one down. It's just in block in stage right now. Okay, well, when you get there, show us. I think everybody would be very interested in seeing a beautifully rendered cartoon character in 3D. I think that's always an interesting vibe. That's definitely like one of the coolest aesthetics for 3D modeling, in my opinion. How in the heck are we gonna do this? I think I've messed this up again. Hold on. I'm not thinking clearly. I'm talking too much. It's good. It's nice to be talking like this. It's nice to be just kind of thinking and going, but I gotta pay more attention. I'm losing myself. Okay, we'll block it out like right there, and I'll bridge these faces. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. That looks lovely. Okay, so now it should be a little bit simpler, I think, to cut this. Moomins are a finished book, and the classic series was animated in Japan, so it's all sorts of cool. Yeah. It's very cool. Anybody who doesn't know Moomin, do yourself a favor. Go look up Moomin. This might be... this might not be something that I am allowed to say, but I will say it. I'm pretty sure I watched it for free somewhere. It might have even been on YouTube for all I know. I don't know if that was legal or not. I didn't go out of my way to like pirate it. I just like found it and started watching it. So hopefully that's not a big bad thing of me to say. But yeah, Movement I think is free somewhere. And like, what a lovely show it is. It's also like super. The creators, I believe it's a lesbian couple, and the show just like exudes like lovely gay energy. So if you are in the LGBT community, it's awesome. There's a little bit of things in there that I think appeal to people who deal with identity politics. All right, yeah, probably not, but I'm pretty sure it's almost impossible to find legally. Got it. Okay, well, again, for the record, for any FBI agents that are watching this video right now, why are you watching me 3D model? Come on, get a life. You have like criminals to find. Why are you checking my videos? For any of you out there that are double checking my work, I didn't search for it. It just happened. Also, Simo, this little hack, this little S... Hello? This little hack where you make everything even is the best thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like, that is the biggest thing I've ever used in my whole life. Okay, so that's a much better brick oven. Like, that looks infinitely better. We're gonna use that one. Okay, so let's get rid of top brick. We'll just delete you completely. Get out of there. And we're gonna call this one top brick. All right, and pizza oven is coming together. Oh, wait. I knew something was weird. I saw something weird. Wait. Oh, that's a problem with normals. Hold on. Okay, well, let's not have two faces there. That won't end well. We'll go ahead and recalculate outside. There we go. Perfect. And I don't know if I want to shade it smooth like this, but for the time being, it'll do. Also, I've noticed people on Twitch who use the LGBT like tags. There was a guy we raided a little while ago who was using them, and I've never used them just because I don't think that's like the energy that we conjure. But for anybody that needs me to say it, this is safe space for sure. I am dating a trans person. I love trans art. I'm a big supporter of all identity politics sort of things. So if anybody needed me to say that, then be encouraged that I definitely feel that way. Okay, we're here. We have fixed this. However, if you are prone to being scared of demons, I got nothing I can do for you. That's kind of the whole vibe around here. So, sorry about that one. Nice vibes, everybody. Yeah, man. You gotta have nice vibes nowadays. There's a lot of weird stuff out there. I think there's a lot of people that sort of shake their head and they go, yes, and they wait for their moment to speak, and then they say something very hateful. And so I think we, at least in the United States, we're kind of trained to judge people as being that way by default. I know, like, when I approach people for the first time, it's always kind of like, okay, when are you going to do the bad thing? Like, when are you going to say the thing that sort of, like, keys me into whatever prejudice you have? And that's not the way that I think we should be navigating the world. Whether it's appropriate or not, I think is a different question, because it definitely exists and you should be careful. But, like, Should it exist? I don't know. No, obviously not. There we go. Pizza oven. I want to round out just the top of it a little bit. I think I made a big mistake. You know what? I can just do this. Yeah, we can just do it like this. This is easy. Hold on. Let's shade it flat. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. And we're going to do it like that until we get it nice and smooth. And then I'm going to grab all of this, all of this, all of that. Oh gosh, get me out of here. There we go. I've got, oh no. I've got all of this. Nope, and we also want that piece, and I think that's all of it. Oh, look at it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's a pizza. Done. Okay, so we can bring everything back, and I can put it in the correct orientation, and then we're set. Yeah, I'm already loving this one. I'm really loving this one. I'm not sure how much of this trim I want. I'm not even really sure like what the trim on this is supposed to be. You want me to slap a bevel on here? Okay. This is the one that I wasn't going to bevel, but I can do it. Let's try it. Not what I meant to do. We don't want a Boolean. Ooh. Put 2 bevels on there. Oh, that looks so nice. Put 3 bevels on there, and I think that's the vibe right there. I'm not sure why it's not increasing the bevel, though. What? Just a tiny bevel and shade smooth. Why is this not affecting anything, though? It's probably clamping somewhere. You got it. You got it. Okay, now we shade it smooth. Look at that beaut. Look at that beauty. I could probably subdivide this a little bit more if I wanted a little bit more of an angle to it. No. No, 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 no. I'm having evil thoughts. I'm going to stop those evil thoughts. Right here, right now, we're done. No evil thoughts. I was like, for sure, I'm going to put a subsurface on this thing. No, 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 no. Don't put a subsurface on this thing. I like that this clips upwards like that. That actually looks really good. Okay, so we just want to grab you, and we're going to stretch you out a little bit. Clip you into this. There we go. Remember, the infinity sharp angles look super unrealistic. Yeah, I think that's true. But I like a little bit of charm. And by charm, I mean surreality. I like things to just get a little weird sometimes. Okay, so we want like 0.001. Oh, that was too small. And this one could probably just use 2. Yeah, that looks fine. A little bit of stone. Okay, this one. I feel pretty confident that I want to cut this one a different way. I'm very inclined to do this. We want 4. 4, perfect. We got 4. Because I want it to like flush into the ground super nicely. So that being said, I'm going to do the same thing to this bottom brick. Is the bottom brick open on the top? Why does it look like this? Also, I can objectively remove this now. What's up with this? Oh, it is. Okay, so let's do the same thing here. If that keeps it from beveling, then let's just do it. It's less geometry, too. Less to process. There we go. Now she'll sit nice and flat. Oh, ooh, look at that. She's a beaut. She's a beauty. Okay, cool. I'm inclined just to be like, I'm done, stream over. Of course not. But that's the feeling. That's how this makes me feel, which is a good feeling to have. It's always how you want to feel after a 3D project. I suppose now would be a good time to show off the speaker. Let me save this real quick because I realized I didn't save this. We're going to call this Stone Oven. That's fine. Just in case we use a real oven later. So Stone Oven is saved. All right, check this out. Check out my work. I'm very proud of this. Very, very proud of this. So here we have the speaker. Bunch of stuff that you should remember from the stream. But we've done some new stuff to it. So let's go ahead and put it on, and I'm going to do my best not to destroy your eyes with all the pixely. So we got the same old, like, crazy grid that we had from yesterday. You know, I haven't really changed anything on this front face. But the candle, I played with the subsurface, I played with some texturing, I got it a little blockier. I got it down from 30,000 polys to 5,000. And I got that fire fixed. The fire, oh, it's fixed. Oh, it looks so nice. You'll never see it anywhere less than like this angle. So I'm not too concerned with it, but I don't know. I'm a perfectionist. I added a sticker. It should be no surprise that the nature of this game is very demonic. So I added just a cute like band junky thing that I was feeling yesterday. So there's a No Heaven Here sticker, and I wrapped it just by taking a polygon and skewing it. It's not my favorite design in the world, but it'll work. It needs a little bit of like weathering, but I'm not there yet. I gotta watch that video from Default Cube before I know how to do it. And then we're here to the final little bit. So all this is now arranged and set, and I added this little switch here and a little cartridge because that's how I'm trying to explain that music is being played. It makes literally no sense, but oh well. So yeah, this is the semi-final result for the speaker. I might sit and edit it. Oh, I also added a little bit of weathering. So I added these like black panels. I hope they show up on stream. But there's a little bit of weathering on the center of each of the faces, just to give it kind of a cool vibe. Anyway, this took, you know, not too long, but this is sort of what I do when I'm not streaming. I sit and I sort of buff out all the little pieces of everything. So anyway, that's that. Let's go back to the stone oven. Oh, there we go. We're back. So what's next? What do we do next with this bad boy? I think what's next is I need to cut out a hole on the top. Ugh, I don't want to do that. Okay, we'll do it. We'll have to, I guess. I'm going to cut out a hole on the top of this guy. And we're going to go ahead and do the pipe. The pipe coming out. So let's flush this down in there. Could be a pretty small hole. I mean, it's not going to be a ton of smoke being generated by this thing. This isn't like an industrial whatever. Right about there is probably fine. Oh wait, actually there's two of them. Never mind, it is going to be a big hole. Right about there, we'll say. So I will do, that is, oh gosh. Okay, I know how to fix this. We'll do two in here. I'll look down from the top. We'll do X-ray. And I'm going to do my best. We'll say right about there, and we'll push it on down. And we should look pretty good now. Yeah, that's fine enough for me. I'm not that much of a perfectionist. Alright, let's do this thing. So that should be a clean bridge, and we'll double check our work. Clean bridge. And then we grab this face right here, and we say delete you. And yeah, perfect, it works. This sort of demands that I make a square furnace coming out of this, or square pipe. Do we want to do that? Do we want a square pipe? I suppose we do. Why not? So let's go for it. I'm going to go ahead and get going on this with a cube. And I have kind of a clear vision for this pipe, but it might not track. So let me double check my work once we get out here. So we're looking at like that. And I'm going to really get him down in here. Right about there. And now we want to edit it. We want to put one like that and one down here. Looks about correct to me. I might need to put a few more in there, I'm not sure. And we'll extrude along normals and we'll give it a shot. So we'll do the same thing as before, SY0. Same thing as before, the SY0. And let's go for it. Actually, first off, let's push this down just a little bit. And then I'm going to grab both of these, because I think proportionally this makes the most sense. I think we want to do this a different way. I think we want to grab all of this and all of this and push all of it down until it's at a distance that we like, which is that distance right there. And then I'm going to pop in 3 and 3, maybe? And then I'm going to grab... Oh man, I'm trying to visualize this. This is a weird one. This is certainly a weird one. Okay, so we want that and that. And we want that. No, we want that and that. Correct? Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. So I think all we need to do now is just pull it up until we hit that same length that we're at there, which is about here. Proportion. Oh, yes. Look at that. I can't believe I'm actually able to 3D model all of a sudden. Since when was this a thing? Okay, a sphere is probably the better way to do this, I think. We'll get a more interesting angle out of it. So 0.25 is it. That's it, right there. It's a little off. I can definitely see it being a little off, but I kind of don't care. Maybe 2.6, maybe I do care. Maybe I do care just a little bit. 0.28. 0.29. Okay, so it's between 2.8 and 2.9, 2.85. That's pretty close. That's close enough for my purposes. So we'll take it. Done. All right. I know Simo wants us to put a bevel on this thing. It'll probably help with the angle here. It'll probably help from looking at this thing dead on as well. So if we're going to do a bevel, we're going to do a subsurface. Before we do anything, hold your horses, hold your horses. Before we do anything, you know what? No, it's good. It's fine. I was going to sit here and mess with it, but I actually don't want to do that at all. We can get rid of top brick, and I can gladly get rid of this. And we can gladly fill these guys right here. And then we'll go ahead and grab all of you and fill. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I'm seeing some weird stuff going on. I have to fix this. Okay. And it has officially been an hour. It feels like it has not been an hour yet, but I guess it's been an hour. Okay. We're here. I kind of want to recalculate the outside, and that's not going to help us. Oh gosh. It's because I connected two pieces right next to each other. I guess we just have to use the auto smooth. So normals, auto smooth, that works so well. Instant solve. Okay, cool. Problem solved. Now let's do some magic to it. Let's see. What are we going to do to you? Dare I, dare I, dare I? That looks so bad. No. Why does it look like that? No, 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 no. It needs to have a little, just a little schmutz. And there's a crack in here for some reason. Why is there a crack in this thing? Is that not connected properly? Why is there a crack in it? Oh, there's a crack in every single face. That's weird. Why? Very weird. Let's fix that. Okay, how am I going to fix that? Good question. I don't know. What happens if I just put a thing here? It just breaks along its axis. It breaks especially down here. Oh, it's because the inside's connected. Got it. How am I going to fix this? Okay, let's get rid of top brick. So I think we have to get rid of all of this. And that basically solves every problem. Doesn't totally solve this problem, though. Why is this so weird? Something very strange is happening. I'm not sure. There's only one angle on the inside here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Well, for the sake of geometry, get me out of here. For the sake of geometry and just keeping things as light as possible, I can very easily remove all of that. And it just breaks. What the heck is going on? Oh, you can do an angle of 0. That actually looks pretty good. Why is that? Hmm. 0.5. Sure. I guess we'll keep it like that. Why not? That's a weird... No, that doesn't super work. We'll say like 2. We'll say like 5. 5 works. I can live with 5. Okay. Somehow that's our sketch right there. Okay, let's go for it. So what now? Now that we're here, I'm going to remove this. And we're going to grab all of these guys. And we basically just want to send it out. Or maybe it could just go to the roof. Maybe it just goes straight up. Yeah, it just goes straight up. Who cares? We'll just send this thing way up. I'll have to measure it once I make the final build. So we're just going to leave it up there for now. But there you go. Stovetop done. So let's put top brick back on it, and we're looking pretty pretty. Looking at it like this, I definitely don't love the way that looks, so I'm going to grab all of this and scooch you on up. Or, better yet, what if I bevel it? What does that do? That just makes it look even weirder. Nope, not that. Humma. We do that. And then I can grab these two. And we can separate them and make kind of a weird shape. I don't love the way this looks. I mean, it's definitely a little artificial looking, but I don't hate it. Honestly, it'll do. It's fine. If somebody has a problem with that when they see this, like, fair. Honestly, just like fair point, I guess. Kind of just want to like raise these, but that ruins it. It like looks terrible when you do it. Yep, that's bad. Nope, we're gonna keep it like this. I don't think there's really anything else I can do to it. So, moving on. What is next? Let's go ahead and start throwing some wood blocks into this guy. Now, thankfully, the wood looks to be the easiest part of this whole sketch. Like, holy cow, look how easy that looks. So I'm just going to make some wood. We're going to go into object mode. We're going to add a cylinder. Dare I cut some corners? I might as well. We're going to bend it over by 90 degrees. And we're going to make it real small. Make it long. Make it smaller. And so basically, I just want to have these pieces of wood like this. And what we want to do is copy and copy. So we got 3 pieces of wood, right? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab you. We're going to go into edit mode. Front-facing camera. This one gets chopped in half. Easy enough. Took almost no effort on my behalf to have to do this. Let's go ahead and delete those edges, and then let's connect the bottom of it up, and we're done. We got one piece of wood, done. Second piece of wood, what are we gonna do to you? Let's go into object mode, let's grab you, let's edit you, and I'm going to do it again, but we're gonna grab a little over the edge. So that's our chunk right there. I'm gonna go to the back. I'm gonna repeat, and I've already forgotten how I did it. I wanna say it's like this now. I think that's correct. I wanna say that's right. And I want to say that's right. Come on. Okay, yeah, that worked. Perfect. So now we got a chunk of wood. All right. So last piece of wood. Let's go ahead and chunk this guy up in a new way. And you know what? Just for the sake of being interesting, I'm going to do it a different way. We're going to poke faces. We're going to poke faces. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go X-ray. We're going to grab a bunch of faces. A bunch of faces. And we're going to go just one. Delete. Somehow it didn't get those guys. I don't know why. There we go. And we're in. Look at that. So now we can just fix it up a little bit. This is actually probably not a good idea. It's probably better the way it was, but you know, whatever. I'm a creature of habit. We'll do it like this. Now, if we're feeling extra froggy, and if you know me, we're always feeling froggy, we're going to go ahead and remove this by 3. Just a little chunk off the end. Same thing on this one, but this one we have to actually click it first because that's how Blender works. It's almost like I've been using this for 6 months, whoever knew. We'll do this one a little bit bigger. And this one is a little bit more stressful. I'm going to do one side bevel with a 2. We're going to do one side bevel with a 3. Or a 1. No, a 3. It's a little bit bigger. Yeah, sure. We'll keep it like that. That's fine. Here we go. Wood. Done. So now we stock the little bellows here with some wood. Put it all in. And we'll go ahead and just start throwing it. So let's give you a rotation. Let's push you down. I want to make sure all of them are in line with each other. Because once we start stacking, we can only really use micro edits. I can't do like big giant pushes with it once we start stacking them. So we'll do it like that. Cool. Now you. You get to turn right about there. Up. Over. And all the way to the ground. We'll wedge this guy up in there. And I I'm kind of inclined to put less wood rather than more wood, not only for the sake of our geometry, but also for the sake of my sanity. But the perfectionist in me really likes the idea of having a bunch of pieces of wood in here. So we'll play it by ear, I guess. We'll say right about there. And this is where we do micro edits. So you come forward just a little bit. This piece will officially just wedge right on in there. Like that. And we'll make sure to look at it very carefully while we're placing it, because that's how you do this stuff. And this one can come back a little bit, not to be too cookie cutter. I am so dumb, and now Snufkin has 6 fingers. I don't know what you mean. He's always had 6 fingers. That's what Snufkin looks like. All right. So, am I really going to sit here and make a whole bunch of wood? Oh, gosh. Folks. You think I'm a big dummy, don't you? You're looking at this guy and you're saying he's a big dummy. I'm not a dummy. Please don't make fun of me like that. That's not nice. We're going to call this Vent. This is log simi. This is log wedge. And this is log quarter. All right. I see it. I see what we're doing. All you need to do now is copy those 3 logs randomly. You're telling me, man. And you know what I'm going to do about it? We're going to cut the top of this thing off. We're going to bring the logs up here. Oh, you already know what's happening. In fact, I need to put them even higher up. These guys got to get really high up here. Because we got to kind of let random chance do as best as it can with this. Actually, hold on. Different idea. Here's a different idea for you. Let's stack them on top of each other. Like that. Oh, dude. Okay, for the sake of this, let's add a cube. And I'm just going to put the cube right there. Right there. And I don't know if that's going to process correctly, so we'll do it like that. Okay. Rin. You already know what's going to happen. So I'm going to grab this log, and I'm going to set origin to geometry. I'm going to grab this log. We're going to set origin to geometry. We're going to grab this log, set origin to geometry. Obviously, we're going to go to the physics tab. Oh, man. Rigid body, passive. Rigid body, passive. Rigid body, passive. Okay, it begins. So I saved. I just saved. I promise. Don't you worry. What we're going to do, we're going to hide this for just a second while I'm looking at it. And we're going to make sure that they're a little closer together. I suppose I should use mesh on just that one. Okay. This guy has to have an array that uses Z. before we do that, let's apply all transformations, apply all transformations, and apply all transformations. And we will set origin to geometry, set origin to geometry again. Keep doing this until we're ready, and it shouldn't have any spins. It does not have any spins. Okay, now we're here. Officially, we are here. So I'm going to go 4. We're going to go 3. 2.6. 2.8. And I'll stack a bunch of these up. We'll say 10 of them is probably overkill, so I'll do 6. Now you. You're going to get an array with a z of 2.8. Oh, this one's going to be challenging. 3.5. 4. Yep, has to be more than that. 4.2. Sure, this is going to get out of hand. This already looks like it's going to get out of hand. Sure, whatever. I'm going to scooch you over, because I'm a little bit worried how this is going to work out. And we're going to put you as an array of 3. And by 3 I mean 4. And by 4 I mean 4.2. And we're going to... Ooh, 4.3. Yeah, that works. They get really close to each other. I don't love that. That works. Okay, so now we add some physics to it, and we say we're good. So we're going to put rigid body with mesh, because I'm a crazy person. And I dealt with this a little while ago. I have a feeling this is going to kind of backfire for us, but I think I got the solution. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply that array for all of them. Now that they all have physics, we should be good. I can go into edit mode, grab them, separate by loose parts. I should have put this in a different collection. I'm regretting that now. I'm going to do it right now. We're going to put you as logs. And I will start putting the logs in here really fast. Hey, okay, that works. Cool. So all the logs are there. And for my own sake, we'll color the logs brown. Now this. Edit, grab, separate by loose parts. And then we're going to edit, grab, separate by loose parts. Now, here's where I have a little bit of trouble. I always suffer from this. Why does it do that? Like, origin to geometry means it should be where it is, but it just goes somewhere else. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Something's weird. It's like a linked object or something. I don't know. But in my experience, it doesn't make a big difference. So let's... I saved before doing this. I'm not going to save now, just in case I have to fix this. So let's go for it. Come on. Okay. So we got to stretch them out a little bit. They're not holding their weight super well. Just an explosion. So we're going to hit all the logs. They are too close together. Oh no! Is there a way to force... Is there like a way to separate them without doing... Hold on, let's learn something real quick. Whoa! Yo, scale cage. I've never seen this before. I'm gonna start doing that from now on. Wow, that's awesome. Cool. Well, before I figure out what we're doing, I'm just gonna do it manually. Who cares? Just go. Okay, so S. Why is that one huge? Oh, I scaled it. M. What is the hotkey for move? Oh man, I was scaling earlier. That's why things look so weird. Okay, yep. I botched it. Okay, so let's do GZ. 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 There we go. Now we got the rhythm. I have a feeling these are just going to explode again. They're a little close. G, 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 G. It's easier to remember if you think that you grab the object to move it. That's a cool way of thinking about it. Always full of wisdom you are. Okay, so I should be able to do it like this, I think. Okay, let's try it. Yes! Okay, cool. So, we have some very important steps that we have to add to this. We need to make them weigh slightly more, and they can't have any bounciness. And we're going to end on frame 300. I think we can remove this cube. I think the cube doesn't matter. Oh, I have to do this all manually. Okay, well, let's figure out what we're doing first. So, 10 kilograms. Friction is high. 10 high friction. Can I edit all of them at once? There's no way, right? You can't do this. It doesn't work this way? Friction. 10? No. Shame. What a shame. If I had realized, I would have done this before we started the whole simulation. But it is what it is. We're going to get a good result out of it, and it's a more fun way of doing things than what I was doing before, so can't complain that much. If you're having fun with it, who cares, right? Sometimes when I get really bored, I just come into Blender and I just play around with the physics. It's amazing how many, like, games can be dissolved into, especially, like, building sandboxy games, can just be dissolved into, like, you should learn how to 3D model. Like, I'm not quite there yet, but I've sort of turned myself off from Minecraft. Because it's like, why would I do that when I can just make anything? Like, it's more work, and I understand that, like, people want to relax. But, like, I don't really relax when I play Minecraft. So, like, why do this? Oh, wow, they really don't like each other. Why are they doing that? Why are they bouncing so much? You think Minecraft has gotten a lot of people into 3D modeling? I think that's fair. Okay, what if we turn the friction down? Why Why are they so crazy bouncy? Sensitivity, margin, 0.04. Dynamics. What if we turn off dynamic mass? I kind of want them just to like fall and slot into another. Oh, never mind. Don't turn off dynamic. That's a bad idea. Okay. How am I going to stop them from doing this? .01. Let's change the margins a little bit. When I was first getting into game development about a year ago. Oh, it's the walls that are bouncy. Aha! They don't like being contained inside these walls. Okay, let's turn them all to 0.4 again. And we'll keep them just as they are, but this one, that's a mesh. That can be a mesh. Why not? We already have all of it. Friction's high. Friction's really high. Let's start with the controllables here. What the heck? The margin is 0.01. Your UI weirds me out. Why? Because it's on this side? Because I have a good reason I did that. The only reason I did that is so I could put my camera on this side. I prefer it on the other side as well. But somebody pointed out a really good thing that when I do things, this little menu pops up, and this is very important for me to show, but it got covered up when I had my stuff over here, so I had to make the choice between covering up this or this, unless I put both of them on the same side. So I just put them on the same side. It is what it is. Just some streaming things. Hey Simo, you wouldn't happen to think of any way, but can't that menu be moved too? I don't know. I also kind of like my stuff being here because the UI vibe that I'm going for is kind of a like a Windows taskbar, and so it makes a little bit more sense to have my face here, where like the taskbar would be, rather than on the other side where the Windows icon should be. Speaking of which, I need to come up with something to put here in the Windows icon, but I don't really have a logo. So I have a little bit of trouble like wrapping my brain around like what that is. Why are these the worst? Why do these suck? What on earth? Why don't they clump together? Do you have any idea why they're bouncing so much? Like, why don't they just fall and land and stick to each other? Why are they bouncing? Try maybe falling them from a shorter distance. Sure, we can do that. Let's give it a shot. So we're going to grab all of our logs. We're going to scooch them on down. I have a feeling this is going to explode in 2 seconds. Check their cal. What do you mean cal? Scale. Okay, so I think the scale is what's wrong. I'm going to put it back up here. I think the scale is what's wrong because their center of gravity is down. I got a feeling that everything in that scene is huge. I mean, they're pretty big. What, does that make a difference? That seems weird. Why would that make a difference? Hold on. I mean, let's give it a good old college try, right? Default cube is 2 meters by 2 meters. This is very close to 2 meters by 2 meters. That's the default cube. So we're not that big. We're smaller than 2 meters by 2 meters. So these are about the size that logs should be. Let me try and fix the scaling real quick. Set origin to geometry. Oh, it works! Why does it work all of a sudden? Oh wow, it works. It didn't work earlier. Okay, hold on. Think about it. If they are huge and not that heavy, they aren't that dense. So should I make them heavier? How much does a log weigh? How much does a log weigh? Hold on. I'm thinking off the top of my head, logs aren't that heavy. Like, I have the reputation for being kind of the strong guy out of my friend group. I pick people up and I throw them around and I move furniture and I own a truck and I'm like the smart, or I'm not the smart, I'm definitely not the smart guy. I'm like the strong guy in my group, for sure. So maybe logs are heavier than I think they are. This looks like a thing for Google. How heavy is a log? What? How heavy is a log of wood? Why is there not an answer to this? In pounds, 44. Okay. So they're a little heavier than I thought they were. I will show you the dimensions. What do you want me to show you? Item. There you go. That looks right to me. That looks like a good size for a log. I want to say we're set, man. I just don't know why they're bouncing. Look, I got my scale down. Tell you what, I'm going to up the weight. We're going to go kind of ridiculous. You like that it's in metric? Yeah, me too. I think the whole world should be using metric. What the heck? What's wrong with us? 100%. I have noticed recently that there are some British people, and by British people I mean like cultural whatever sort of stuff, but there's been some British stuff where people are using imperial, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? You're in the enlightened, I mean, I guess you're not a part of Europe anymore. Yikes about that one. But like, why aren't you using the better scale? They've always done that? That's disgusting. Yeah, the British people, they have some really weird measurement systems. Gasmark, for their ovens, they have this system called Gasmark, where they have like predefined temperatures for their stove, and you'll read recipe books, and it'll be like, turn it to Gasmark 4. And it's like, I guess that works if you don't know how to cook, and you're just like reading something. But like, what if you're trying to create a recipe or trying to make like the perfect chocolate chip cookie? Like, turn it a hair over gas mark 3. No, just tell me the degrees. That's not how anything works. Yeah, they have their own imperial system. It's different from yours in some measurements. That's a yuck. Metric is the way. Metric is perfect because it's defined by like scientific principle. For example, I forget what exactly the measurement is, but eating a calorie of food makes a, a liter or some sort of like cubic meter of water go up 1 degree. And it's like, that's perfect. 1, 1, 1. Everything's 1. Everything's 1 to 100, 1 to 10, 1 to 1,000. There's not like divide by 32 and then times it by 7.5. Like, yuck. People weight in stones. How big is a stone makes no sense. Absolutely. These logs, they're evil. Stop jittering. Stop it. Get some help. I'm thinking dampening? What does dampening do? Oh, friction helps. Friction helps a lot. Okay, friction helps a lot. So let's go back to friction. And we're going to play around with a few more settings. I'm only going to play around with the bottom 3. The rest of them don't matter because it's all going to be the same anyway. Wow, this is going to be the whole stream, isn't it? Me just playing around with logs. Okay. That works a little bit better. Now we fix. Now we fix. Rotation, 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 rotation. Didn't do very well for us. Didn't really do much of anything. Dampening, 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 and dampening. That did a bit better. Just to play devil's advocate, let's go all the way up on dampening and just see what that does for us. What the heck? What? I just learned how to make a pachinko machine. I know how to make a pachinko machine now. We can do this. What the heck? What the heck? What is this statistic? What is this thing? What does this even mean? Oh, it kind of works. Okay. I'm gonna deactivation. They are very heavy. I upped the weight a lot. I did that on purpose. They were at 10 and I raised them to 50. Wait, those logs are super heavy, or is that the weight of the log? I don't know what you mean by that. Okay, let's play around with some deactivation for just a second. Because check this out. If I can deactivate it once it hits... This is so complicated. is it so botched? Why is this the most botched thing I've ever done? Tell you what, we're gonna reverse that. Ooh. Don't do that. Don't do that. Whatever it just did, don't do that. I don't like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do 0.9 all the way up the board. I think this is our best chance of making this work. I'm actually gonna copy 0.9. We're just gonna do that. There we go. We got the rhythm. There we go. Now we can mass do this. Okay, to the best of my understanding, this should fix some of our problems. I don't know what I just clicked on that thing. I hope it didn't mess me up. I didn't look at it. I just kind of pretended I didn't do it. I realize that's a bad idea. Oh, what are you doing over there? There's just a log here. Where did you come from? I'm gonna have to not do this, right? Like, we're screwed, right? If I change it to like a convex hull, that's not gonna help us, right? Oh my god, it works. Why does that work? Shouldn't that make it worse? Okay, cool. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not even gonna think about it. I don't care. I want to be done with this. I don't care. I just want to be done. I've entered into some sort of physics purgatory. These logs themselves just took us an hour, and I feel pretty bad about making everybody sit and watch this. But I guess it's been interesting. We've learned a lot about nothing, really. Oh my god. Oh my god, we did it. Oh my god, we did it. Why did that work? Why did that work? Why did that work? No. Okay, hold on. I can fix a little bit of this. It looks a little jank. I'm going to change the thing to 400. Oh my god, I can't believe that worked. Collision margin all the way up. Oh. Oh my god. I can't believe this. Okay, so we're going to copy the collision margin. We're going to go collision margin, bada boom. All the way up. And this should solve all of our worldly problems. We should be nice and set from here. I think it might actually add a little bit of bounciness, and I'm worried about just having the same problem as before. But I think it shouldn't matter. I have long lived with a myth that the mesh overlay for physics is better. We've proven that wrong today. Oh my god, it just works. There it is. It's done. Oh my god. Why? Alright, the space between them is a little stronger than I want it to be. So we're going to go 0.02. I got it to work by changing from by changing from mesh to convex hull. My heart, I can't believe that worked. So all I'm doing now is I'm setting up the collision margin to be perfect. And then we're set. And we're done. I can't believe this. I can't believe what we've experienced on this day. What on earth? My brain hurts from looking at this. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. Good God. Okay, so I gotta nail this part. This part, I always mess up on this part. So I'm gonna just do it. I'm just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. We're not gonna think about it. We're not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna do it. It's gonna work. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to bake to keyframe, which means I'm gonna do this. Not that. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I think your log quarter. We're gonna call you X. You're our special one. You're our little special guy. Since we messed you up by accident. It's F3 bake physics keyframe. What? How do you do this? Where's the bake to keyframe? Bake to keyframe. How do I do this? Bake physics to keyframe. There's no physics on this. No, there is. Okay, no, I lied. Sorry. I got a little confused for a second. Object menu. Okay, so I've done a lot of things that mess me up. Like, apply visual transformation, doesn't work. Apply geometry to mesh, doesn't work. That doesn't work. Convert to mesh, doesn't work. I've tried a bunch of this stuff. So I want to bake physics to keyframes. That's the way that I've known that this works. Rigid body. Yeah, I think it should be in rigid body, but I don't see it. Unless... No, but in the object menu? Oh. Oh. You saw it. Yep, you're good. You're right. So object, rigid body, bake to keyframes. We want specifically this keyframe right here. And by doing that, I should have removed... I did. Perfect. So we're done. Oh my dear Lord, that took so long. My apologies to everybody who was having to sit through that. Oh my goodness me, I can't believe that. Okay, cool. So we're here. We got logs. Goodbye, logs. I don't even want to think about you ever again. And I am safe to remove the safety cube. And we're back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take a moment. I need a break after that. I need a little break. We're just going to sit and make some stuff real quick. Let's start with the easy stuff. We want a dark little area to place our logs on. I'm gonna use sunrise. I like the way the sunrise one looks. That's been my like view of the month lately. Look at that. Look how lovely that looks. Just a bright, intoxicating light of the sun. Okay, so I have the advantage of just being able to click things. So I'm gonna click you, and we're gonna desaturate this to 3, and say that that is a nice looking color. I should add kind of a stony surface to this, I think. Oh yeah, look at it. We could probably also add a little bit of subsurface, and the subsurface should be black. Or maybe even like a red brick, like that. Ooh, she looks good. 0.03, make it a little darker. There we go. And we will remove the specular. We'll make it pretty rough, like 0.75, I think. No clear coat. This is hard wood. We don't, or not hard metal. We don't need to think about this. And by metal, I mean stone. Maybe we do want a little bit of specular. I'm not totally sure I even understand what specular is. Every time I see specular, I'm kind of like, sure, whatever that is. I should probably figure that out. In my mind, it's like how much light refracts off of an object. Why would stone have SSS? Because stone has that, like... I'm thinking of that, like, porous kind of stone that you rub, and it has that, like... I'm trying to think of the term. Like a pumice stone. That, like, brittly sort of weird stone. I think it has SSS. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to my guns. We're going to call this dark stone. Now, this is where things get a little messy. We got to put in a brick texture. I'm sorry, what? Why does it look like this? What? Why does it look like this? The heck is happening? Is it because there's not enough change texture coordinates? Yeah, it's probably the way to do it. This is weird. Okay, so I'm going to put in texture coordinates. And we're going to put in a mapping node. Let's rotate it by 90. Oh, there we go. Oh, man, I see the problem here. I see the problem. I didn't think it worked this way. I thought it would be a little bit more gentle. That's weird. We can't change it to like 4D. No, we can't. It's stuck as a 2D texture. Strange. Okay, so here's what I think I'm going to do. You need to unwrap and use UV coordinates? Okay, let's do that. Simo, I don't know what I'd do without you. I guess if it weren't for you, I probably would have done... I had a plan. It probably wasn't a very good plan. Let's see. I want to do like a cube projection. Let's see what that looks like. You need UV unwrap versus and use UV coordinates or try object coordinates. Let me try UV first. while we learn, let's learn. Yeah, it's not, UV's not going to be it. I'm like kind of struggling with what I see. Hold on. Also, did you see that cool little box I just made? That was kind of a vibe. Okay, back to this. Look at that. That is a cool little bit of tech right there. Cube project. Hey. That's the solve right there. So while we're at it, I'm going to do the same thing up here. We're going to go into edit. I'm going to grab it, and we're going to go UV cube project. Hopefully that takes correctly. I can go ahead and sort that out right now, actually. You're going to get the brick. Oh, yeah, that works perfect. Do I wish it was a little better looking than this? Yes, but I don't hate it. I might need to recapture the front of this thing. We'll see. Okay. Thank you very much for the solve. I can get rid of the mapping node, and we're just going to go straight in, get rid of one of those nodes if we can. Now, here's where things get a little strange for me. We want some nice red brick. So let's add a converter, a color ramp. Humor me, see what it does with the object coordinates? Absolutely. You got what very like cheap restaurants use as their wallpaper for their bathrooms. Okay, so texture coordinates can come up here. Color 1, color 2, the mortar. Yep, that works. And honestly, I think this is too harsh. Let's change to overcast cliffs. Keep it nice and neutral so we can just see what we're working on. I'll change it to the nice beautiful view a little bit later. We'll get back to making it look good. So, what do we want? We want some bricks. There's a brick there. There's a brick there. I kind of want it to be a little bit more red and a little bit brighter. Even a little bit more red would be nice. That can be 0.85. There we go. That works. Nice red, deep, gloomy looking bricks. Okay, so now I doubt this is going to work. No. You know what? We're going to take a weird chance. This seems like overkill. This might be the dumbest way that I could have thought to do this. But I'm going to do this. But the ramp after the brick node? Yeah, but then the mortar is going to be colored with the bricks, right? There's a weird scoop on that edge right there, and I don't know how to feel about that. You can use the factor to mask it out. Oh man, you were asking me to do some really crazy stuff. Okay, sure. Let's try it. Whatever, man. I'm up for a challenge. Why not? I mean, theoretically, I could just make the bricks colored correctly and then problem solve. Okay, so factor. So we're going to use a mix RGB. With the factor to the factor. Ooh. Ooh, kind of nice. I gotta fix this gross part, but otherwise, not bad. Not bad. And that boundary, still not perfect. Now you can just change the color. Yep. Okay, so if I go like that and all the way down, we get a bit of black. That looks pretty solid. Yeah. I know that. I'm tinkering right now. Okay, so let's do... That's pretty dreamy. I kind of like it lighter, honestly. I think that's a cooler color. And it plays with our expectations a little bit better. So I'm going to desaturate this down to a 7 and take it down just a little bit on the color. And I'm going to desaturate and lower this one as well. So 0.8 and 0.8. 0.6. But the saturation can go a little bit higher, I think. Those UV seams kind of mess up some of the bricks. Yes, I'm aware. We're gonna fix that in just a second. Don't you worry. But as a sort of baseline, it looks good. So what's next? Next up, I'm gonna do some metal. Let's also call this brick while we're here. Alright, we want high metallic, no specular, roughness to 0.15. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Who ever let me 3D model? Genuinely. What on earth? That looks crazy good. We should probably rust it a bit. I have to rust the bricks too. Let's rust. Let's do some rust. Okay, so color ramp. And I'm going to add a Musgrave. Take a deep breath. What? What the heck? Why did it do that? I'm a little confused about why it did that. But we'll take it, I guess. So let's up that scale. And I'm only going to take the bare minimum of this. Oh, wait, actually, I know what happened. We need to use the color ramp as our tangent. That's the problem. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and grab a vector. We're going to do mapping. We're going to do texture input. Where are you? Where are you? All right, so let's look here. That's the part that matters the most, I would say. We want the Z to be squashed like that. That's pretty good looking. Okay, so it's got to be probably like a nice bluish gray. Did you know that you can use Control-Shift-Click to isolate a node so you can preview what it does? What? Hold on. Say less. Assuming you're using Node Wrangler. I am using Node Wrangler. Okay, hold on. What? Okay, I have a Musgrave. Did you know you can Control plus Shift plus click? This is one of those things where it like quits my program. That'd be very funny. I'm waiting for the day that you do something like that to me. Whoa! That's crazy. That's so cool. Okay, good to know. I will keep that in mind. Is the metallic going on the black part? Tell you what, we're gonna do the metallic like this then. Nope. We'll keep the whole thing metallic. I think the color will do the work for us. Okay, so here's the idea. Here's what I'm thinking. We want to have a nice rusty color. Like there. I want to say that's a decent type of rust. Yeah, did you know you can Alt F4? Oh, I wish I fell for that. Honestly. Can we go back in time to where I actually fell for that? I would love that. Okay, so let's go ahead and say we are going to go way higher with our details and stuff. All right. There we go. I've been saving pretty regularly, but I will do one just for you. Just for your sake, I will do a save. There we go. Rust. Actually looks really good just as is. Dare I try and do more? Sure. I'm going to do more. We're going to put another Musgrave in front of this. Because I don't know when to quit. That's not what I thought was going to happen. This is not what I thought was going to happen when I did this. Hello? Okay, no, it's not a Musgrave. We don't want a Musgrave. We want, like, a noise texture, right? Ooh, that's kind of cool. Look, I'm trying to make less. That's like the goal. I want like less. There we go. Yep, that's it. Let's play with some of these details real quick. Get them nice and crisp. Nope, no distortion and probably no detail either. Oh, that's it. That looks so nice. Okay, I gotta up the roughness, and I'm gonna actually make it a warmer metal because I think the blue is a little much. So, detail to 100. Lachronicity down to 2. I think this is it. Oh, that looks so pleasant. Alright, I'm gonna steal that color. Yep. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it looks so good. I could probably sit and mess with this forever. I'm not going to because I care about my time. And I, to some degree, care about everybody else's time. I mean, you're choosing to watch me, so I guess that's what you're choosing to do. But, you know, to the best of my ability, I try to save everyone as much time as possible. Okay, we're going to fix the UV, but let's do the logs first. Logs. So I think we want to go ahead and call this rusted metal. How many times have I made rusted metal in my life? Way too many times. Okay, so I have an idea for how we want to do this, but it's a little much. So we're going to use a converter, and I'm just going to do something really silly to get me in the spirit of this. We're going to do a bright red, a bright blue, a bright red, a bright blue, a bright red, and a bright blue. Somehow I've messed that up. I don't realize how I did that. We're going to do constants. Okay, here's how we're going to do this. I am going to make a spherical gradient. Maybe I should use a wave. A wave might be a little bit better. Let's use a wave. Screw that. Wave it is. Wave. And I'm going to use Z, Y, rings, spherical. Hey, thank you, Joe. And Joe is off to lurking again. Joe is a busy boy who works when he watches the stream, so you can't be too mad at him. Not that you should ever be mad at him in general, but sometimes I like being mad at Joe. He's got the energy for it. Keeps him young. There's something a little weird in here. Oh, there are plenty of reasons to be mad at me. Nah. Quit your joking. There we go. Okay, so that's a decent setup for the wood. Now what I need to do is I need to find the correct texture coordinates, but I have to do it procedurally for each one. So here is the thought process for me. Oh, I did it so badly. Oh, I just realized I made such a mistake. I should have oriented them all in the same direction. This would have been so much easier if I did that. That sucks. Okay, oh well, we'll have to make do. So we want object, object to there. Somehow that did not work. Why? Hey, there we go. Okay, Simo has given us some nutso advice. Texture coordinates, object coordinate, separate x, y. So here's my thought, right? We have this. I'm going to go z plus 1. Minus 1. Minus 0.5. Hold on, what the heck is happening? Minus 1. Like, that's kind of the goal, I think, is this. But I don't know if it's going to translate to each one. If I put enough distortion on it, it probably shouldn't matter at all. Minus 0.12. Used to do that with just math nodes. Well, Simo, you've worked for this. Whoa, minus 0.07 and 0.06 minus 0.04. There we go. That's good enough for my purposes. So, before we do anything, the question remains. Let's make that log. Will this work? It doesn't. It doesn't. Oh, I messed it up so bad. Oh man, it could have been so easy. I didn't think when I did it. Oh, I didn't think. Rotate and move the object in edit mode. No way. That's so much work. That's against the spirit of all the physics stuff that we did. Hold on. Let's play for a little bit. Let's get them all set up. Or move the origin. Yes, I should really just move the origin for each object. That's definitely the solution here. Oh, I hate that idea, but that is correct. That's what we should do. Okay, we'll move the origin. That's fine. We messed it up quite badly. But I'll take it. So as a result of all of this sort of time sync that we've been doing, I'm gonna have to not fix this UV up here right now. I'll do that later. Okay, so let's get back to normal. You can change the object coordinate into an empty object and you can move the origin easily. But wouldn't they all have the exact same origin? I think that's a lot of work. Hold on. Yeah. I'm not doing that. No. We got it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna right click, shift right click. Tell you what, get rid of everything that isn't the logs. We're gonna shift right click and we're gonna set to 3D cursor. And then we move on to the next log. Right? Boom, boom. Next log. Object to 3D cursor. Boom, boom. All right. Are you not entertained? Is this not the most entertaining thing you've ever seen? Oh, it didn't work. You could use the material preview to see if it works. Oh, I'm getting a call from California. Must be my California friend. I don't have a California friend. Don't have a friend in California at all. I might have a friend in California, but they definitely would not be calling me right now. Because I can't even think of who they would be. Oh, and they have a fun strategy of calling multiple times and hanging up and calling multiple times and hanging up. I like that. They really want to get a hold of me. Well, they can leave a message. All right. So, my apologies for the setup here, but it should be worth it in the end. This should give us pretty nice results, I think. honestly, it didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. It's one of those cases where you sort of dread the work, but the work itself is not hard at all. All right. Why aren't you previewing the textures while you do it? Oh, Sivo, that's such a smart thing to say. God damn it. Okay. Yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. It works! Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Play a record. Oh my god. Let's put on this. I just got into a rhythm, you know? It happens. Alright, next. We're just going. We're gonna go right there. And last but not least, we are here. And oh boy, we've done it. Oh, we've done it. Okay, so we're back. So theoretically, if I put them all on, we should be looking really good. They look great. Oh, they look perfect. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. We've done it. I appreciate you calling me out on that. I can't believe I did that for so long. Also, I messed up my toolbar somehow. Got to fix that later. All right, so now we can put everything back. That was a quick little bisection that we took. So, here is the idea. Where is this red? Hold on. Get rid of you. That's that. That's that. That's that. That's that. Okay, so we want to add a red right there. And we want to make this blue real small. Like, I want as much of this red as possible. What the heck is happening? I don't understand what I'm looking at. What is the outer blue? I'm very confused. I don't understand like how this makes any sense, but we'll take it. Sure. I guess a better way to do this is I should just make one of them green, and we can figure out which one is the color right here. So it's this blue. Why does this blue appear twice? Okay, weird. So this blue is the blue that matters. This is the most important color right here. Why are you making this so complicated? I don't understand why it is complicated. I thought I did it the easy way. I thought I had it like set. Remove the ramp and add only 2 colors there? Why? No, no, no. I'm not doing that. right. You want me to do this? Sure. What do you mean add only 2 colors? Because that's not what we're achieving when we actually end up doing this. So we're going to have only 2 colors. We got blue and green. And our distortion can't really be like that. Simo, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know. I understand now. What? You want linear. Okay, I think I know what you want me to do. Hold on. I actually like this idea a lot. I'm going to use this color ramp. Tweak the scale on the rings. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, hold on. You've done it. I think we've done it here. Check this out. I got a completely different idea. Hear me out. We're going to do this. I'm going off of your idea, but I have a new idea. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take this. We're going to put 0 distortion on this thing. It's just going to be flat. Just like that. I'm going to take this and turn it into our, I'm going to separate it into 2 different colors and then rejoin them together. For the sake of prosperity, I'm going to leave this one over here. Hear me out. We want to separate RGB. No, we want to separate HSV. Oh gosh, what have I done? How do I do it so that the 2 of them are 2 different nodes? I've confused myself. Oh, I know how to do it. We're good. We're set. Yep. So we want to use a mix RGB. The factor is that. Perfect. We've done it. So I can properly remove all of this. Except I can't. Oh, because we're using object coordinates. That's right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a wave with a color ramp into red. And we're going to set everything correct. Yeah, that'll work. Distortion goes way up. No, that's not quite right. There we go. Sure, we'll take it like that. Oh, this is it. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to take a Musgrave and we're going to do the same thing. I can feel Simo sweating from all the way over here in the States. Okay, we've done it. Ready? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 2 colors on this one, right there, and right here. And then I'm going to grab several colors on this one with pretty high ramps on them. We're going to get like a yellowy nice. We're going to get that mapley pine. We're going to grab a dark, like right there. And this one will be even darker. Maybe by just a little bit. 0.15. Hey, there we go. So if I come back here, we can go ahead and switch this to linear. And we can increase. Okay, so now we just need to tweak until we get the correct setting. And then we're done. Is this acceptable? Did I do this in an okay way? Or do we dislike this? Because I think I kind of killed it. I think I did good. Oh, don't do that. This one. I sort of think we did a good job this way. The wood rings aren't working, though. You're right. I don't know why. Oh. Because I didn't put this map down there. I knew something was weird. So let's go back to... It's got to be Y? X. What is it here? How is it different? Oh, it is rings Y. Okay, perfect. 10. Hey! Oh! Look at them! Okay, so we got that distortion's a little too high. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. Okay, thank you for your patience on that one. I know I kind of freaked out for just a second. I just had to really think it through. I knew I could see it in my brain. I just was like trying so hard to make it happen. And that outer edge is a little too dark for me, so we're going to lighten that up. But otherwise, we're looking good. So this guy has got to be like a 0.1 at the very least. Probably like a 0.15. Ooh, that looks good. And this can come up just a little bit. 0.1. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and hit the nail on the head for this guy. We're going to shoot that detail way up. And by detail, I mean scale. So let's do like a 5, 20. The distortion, I think, needs to go up a little bit more. There we go. Okay. We're just tinkering. We're just tinkering. man, I could sit and work on this for a while. I don't think we're going to get a solid result for a little bit here, but I think, like, you just look at that, right? It's there. It's just going to require some tinkering. In fact, now that I'm really thinking about the tinkering of this, I think I want to remove one color. And now we can lower the detail scale and lower this and make this one less dark, and I think we're set. A little bit of heartwood. Actually, if we're going to do heartwood, let's make this guy a little bit more on the pink side. So 0.02, too pink, 0.04, 0.05. And while we're at it, we'll take you and we'll just make you 0.05 as well. And we might as well just warm you up just a little bit, 0.06. There we go. Nice little bit of warm wood. Perfect. I'm going to call that it for the wood for right now. I should probably sit and work on the Musgrave, but I'm not going to do that right now. Because there's more I want to do. And I don't want to get caught up in the details. So, let's do this last little bit. I should have another secret little reference somewhere. We're not going to do that one. The one that you saw in the beginning, we're not doing it. Oh, I don't have a reference image. Okay, never mind. Instead, I'm just going to do it from scratch. So, here's what we want to do. We want to grab a... Get rid of this animation. We want to add a UV sphere. That'll do. Perfectly fine with me. We're going to squinch him up just a little bit. Like that. And what I'm going to do is go into edit mode, and I'm going to do the tried and true method of just dissolving faces. There we go. A little flat on the bottom. Now for the top, we're going to grab them. We're going to bring them up. I don't know why it was being brought up at a weird angle. We'll do it like that. And I will proportion it with a sharp. Probably doesn't need to go up that much. You know what? Tell you what, before we do this, let's grab that as well. And I'm actually just going to delete these faces. Let's delete that one as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of this and we're going to extrude straight up with like global nothing but Z. 0.15. I'm going to grab this edge. We're going to grab you and extrude you out just a little bit. I'm going to grab the whole thing. I'm going to squish it down a little bit. It's a little on the large side. There we go. It's perfect. Oh, it looks great. It's exactly what you want to see. Okay, could I sit here and edit this a little bit more? I could. So let's actually do a grid fill here. That doesn't work. Why does that not work? I thought for sure that would line up. Why doesn't grid fill work? That's strange. Okay. Is there another kind of fill? No. Okay, I don't think I have time to sit and worry about this. So we're going to leave it like that. Actually, better yet, different idea. Let's grab the whole thing and do that. And now I'll grab the whole thing and squinch it down to that size that we liked. Even a little bit more prominent might work. And then I'm going to grab everything and extrude along faces. Inside. And if I do this correctly, I should be able to just pop this out. Pop it out, pop it down. And we'll go ahead and put a subsurface on it and see if that does what we want. Oh, it looks pretty good to me. Yeah, that's it. She's gorgeous. Cool. So this is going to be a little thing where we're going to store our salt. Because this is an oven, right? So we need a place to put salt. Right on the side there. Just like that. And then we're going to make some pepper, and we're going to make a little bit of paprika. Paprika is the best spice. I don't care what you think. Paprika should be more common than pepper. The reason we put salt on our food has a dietary reason. It's very intelligent that we put salt on our food. The same cannot be said for pepper. And so we should stop using pepper. And well, I mean, we shouldn't stop using pepper. Pepper is delicious, but it's weird that like retro humans. What am I talking about? It's weird that people used pepper. That's strange. It's not good for you. Okay, so we got this. We're gonna bring everything out. And I'm going to stick a little cap on this with some holes in it. So we'll do that in just a second. But first, I really want to bevel these edges. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and grab these. We're going to separate as selection. I'm going to go into object mode. I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to go back. And we're going to paste it. There we go. All of this is happening in logs. I don't love that. Let's put it back in the oven. This is always the part of Blender that I get stuck on, is trying to select all of the right stuff. Okay, so we're in oven now. Cube, you are pepper shaker. You are pepper top. You are salt shaker or just salt holder. And we'll go ahead and do a subsurface. You know what? I think I'm going to prefer the bevel here. Keep it looking pretty cool. But our original model, we will have to add a little guy here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab that and scale this in. There we go. That's a little shaker for you. a pretty cool shape. Okay, so I like that. Let's grab the pepper top. How are we going to do this? Actually, first off, let's get into edit mode on this guy. And let's get rid of that face. There we go. Now pepper top looks a little bit better. Okay, now we just need to put a bunch of holes in this thing. How are we going to do that? Basically just going to turn it into a mesh, I think. Maybe I'm not going to do that. Let's do it for real. So I'm going to subdivide, and that doesn't work. So we're going to put a hole in it. We'll say that looks about right to me. We're just making a crazy little spider web. I'm going to have to clean up this topology later, but I'm not doing that on stream. Oh, I don't love the way this looks. Oh well, we're going to go for it. Tell you what, I'm going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to just make a random pattern. Should fit pretty well into here. That's a pretty bad one. Let's not do that one. We'll do that one instead. I added the work in progress of my Snufkin block out to Discord. Okay. So once we finish this, we're going to check out Simo's Snufkin. Simo, is it like is it helpful for you to have like the urge to show stuff off? Like what inspires you? Do you like posting stuff in the Discord and me showing it off? Is that an achievement for you, or like how do you process that? Oh, that's a yikes. This is a big yikes. Mess this one up. Because I love showing off your work. It's a fun place to post work in progresses. Well, that's very nice to hear. Thank you. At the very least, I'm always trying to make people feel good. It's kind of the goal. You don't really care if you show it off on stream. Did you prefer that I don't show it off on stream? Totally up to you, man. I just need to start posting stuff on forums. You should. You're good. This looks so bad. Tell you what, I'm going to skip the top for now. The top is bad. I'm not doing that. So let's work on this real quick. You have nothing against me showing stuff on stream. Cool. Then I'm going to keep doing it. You deserve it. You're very good. You're very informative. You have done more than enough for everybody here. I do watch the numbers of people that come and go from this stream, and it bounces a lot. So I know that there's people who are popping in and they're listening to you and they're hearing what you're saying. So even if they're not chatting, you are making a difference out there. There's a lot of people who come and go from this stream. Am I obsessed with this design? You better believe I am. I can't help it. It's just such a cool design. I always want to use this. And I'll put a cap on it later. Actually, instead of putting a cap on it, I could just put a cylinder on top of this thing. That would be really nice. So let's grab that and let's squinch it in a bit. Just like that. And then we'll grab it and pull it up a little bit. Oh, dude, that's it. That's a pepper little thing. Yeah, perfect. So I'm going to work on that later. This is going to be something that I sit and dig on and dig on and dig on forever. So we're going to do that. And then for the final one, I'm going to make something a little bit easier, but something that is very aesthetic to my interests, and that is going to be the paprika. So the pepper will go all the way in the back. It'll be almost hidden. This will be kind of like a little Easter egg for peeps. So we'll do it like that and push it all the way against the wall. And last but not least, we have the paprika. Paprika is going to look like a cylinder. A 24 cylinder is fine, but I'm going to do a 30 cylinder because I don't know. Why not? We're going to push it on down. And this is what I keep my paprika in. Okay, so it is like that. And it's like this. Extrude along normals, down on in there. And there's a nice little detail right here. Just like that. If I grab the whole thing and we subsurface it, ooh, that's bad. I think we can fix this though. Let's fix this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little guy in the bottom there. We're gonna put a guy in there. Turn this off for just a second. We're gonna put a little bit of a bevel on this, just a 2 bevel. And I'm going to put a little bit of a bevel on the bottom here. Just a 1 bevel. In fact, if I dissolve this face, we're set to bevel this with a 2. That should look pretty good once we do this. There we go. And we just put a little cap on it, we're good. So, a cap. A cap. What's a cap gonna look like? Honestly, it's probably just gonna be another cylinder. So let's grab those coordinates. And we'll go ahead and pop you up, and we'll make you small. All right, and we're good. Let's go ahead and do some subsurfacey sort of stuff to this. And instead of that, I think we want to do a bevel. I think we want to do a pretty big bevel too while we're here. Let's go like 0.5. That didn't bevel the way I wanted it to. So instead, Let's not do that. I'm going to leave it like this for now, I think. Man, I'm not sure. You know what? I know an easy fix that'll help this out a lot. We're going to take the inner edge of this and scale it down ever so slightly so it fits in a wedge. Just like that. And that way we can actually make it a little bit bigger and show off that it fits in an edge like that. There we go. And so if I take it now and I bevel it, we should be looking pretty good. No, this is a work for subsurface for sure. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and go back to edit mode, and we're going to add one bevel or one loop cut right there to say, hey, that's it. And I'll grab the whole thing and make it just a little bit bigger. And we're good. Cool. That's paprika. Done. So both of these together can be shrunk and brought over to our little stand. Right there. And we're going to color it, and then we're done. Right there. Perfect. Cool. Let's put everything together. We got our nodes. We want like a nice, beautiful sort of glass. I kind of think we're going to make like a blown glass effect for the salt shaker. I mean, if we're going to do it, let's do it crazy, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add a color ramp. And we're going to use a magic texture. We're going to use a lot of distortion. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. That'll have to do, I guess. Actually, what I could probably do is put another texture in front of it. Like that? Nope, not like that. Texture in front of it. Noise. Let's put a noise on there. And we'll lower the resolution of that noise just a little bit. There we go. That's a little glass look. And we'll go ahead and put the transmission all the way up. Transmission roughness to 0.2. And the roughness, actually, we should change the roughness based on this instead. There we go. So now we just choose some colors. In my experience, the best color for blown glass is always this blue. Oh wait, we want to change the white part, not that part. We want like a blue. And we want like a yellow. And we're going to push them all over here. And it doesn't look correct. Why not? What if instead of this, we go roughness and roughness? And we can just reverse these colors. There we go. That's what I was looking for. More of this kind of effect. Using a B-spline, we should be all right. we go. Okay, cool. I could probably sit and work on that forever. But we'll take it as that. And now this guy, that's going to be called Blown Glass. This guy over here, he is going to be just glass. He's going to have a roughness of 0.2. His color is going to be like a rose. We're going to put a metal cap on him eventually, but for the time being, that's not in the cards. Get him really shiny. Not bad. Cool. And then this guy, do we have anything that we can use for you? I'm going to say the dark stone could work. And then we'll put the same like rose glass on top of you. And I'm going to say that's it for now. We got to put a lid and stuff on here, but I don't have time for it. So this is our setup. This is what 3 hours of work looks like today. It was a little slower of a day, but we did some complicated stuff like this wood. We learned a little bit about UVs. We played with physics for way too long. So all in all, it makes sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and show off Simo's stuff real quick. See what Simo's up to. Man, this is actually really nice looking. I mean, it definitely needs some work. Like, I'm going to be sitting and working on this for a little bit, but I like this. This looks really nice. All right, Discord takes its sweet time starting up. So in the meantime, I'm going to work on this node real quick. I got to choose whether it's white or black. It can't be neutral like that. There we go. That'll work. Let's switch that over to like an orangey so that we keep the yellow as intact as possible. There's a little bit of white between that and that, so I'm going to go ahead and go over here and throw on like a purpley peacock sort of color. And we'll say that is our guy. The magic texture has a scale that should be smaller. No, should be higher. Too high. And this scale should come way down. Aha. There we go. That should look good. Okay. So let's show off Simo's work. What's Simo up to? Simo, what you up to? Oh my gosh. Yo. Okay, let's show it. Look at this little snuffkin. Oh, he's precious. He's so awesome. I love him. Okay, so for anybody who needs the reference, let's show off Snuffkin. Also, my viewership just went from 1 to 5 in an instant. So wherever all those 5 people came from, hello. I don't know why my viewership jumped so fast. Okay, so this is Snuffkin. He's a very sweet boy. He does very nice things. I dressed up for him as Halloween one year. He has some weird lines that don't translate super well into English. But here is Simo's version of him. So yeah, I mean, we're comparing back and forth just a little bit. Pretty rigid lines. The hair will make a huge difference for it. Otherwise, pretty spot on. It's a block out, so for anybody doing any real judgment, Simo, this is a block out. This is not a real sketch. Simo is capable of crazy stuff all the time. Simo is nuts, so we can only hope and pray what this is going to look like in the end. Hope and pray is not the right way to say that, but sure, we'll take it. So I'm going to go back to Blender, just in time for me to say, I am going to be right back. This has been This is our efforts. Pretty proud of it. Could have done a little bit more. We'll see how it ends up. Hey, no problem. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick little break. I'll be back with Pyre. My voice feels really good. I did a warm-up this morning, so hopefully I'm not going to kill my voice today. We'll see. Ciao. I'll be right back.